Hey, Brando, we've got the media here. We will go first to Jimmy Murphy.
Hey, Brent, if you could just give us a quick update on, where your health is. Would you have been able to go in Game 7, or are you still going to be out?
Um, Definitely questionable if I was able to make it through the protocol steps. That's what we're working towards, but I'm not sure with how I was feeling on the ice that day that I skated, just from dizziness and whatnot from the hit, how that would have gone. Overall, feeling very good off the ice. And then I went and saw one of the specialists here and kind of did some stuff. And I feel like, that dizziness has started to subside. So feeling good and encouraged that, with this time off, I'll be more than 100% going into camp and everything. So yeah, it's obviously disappointing, but not sure if I would have been able to make it in there just with the protocol steps.
And
Kevin,
sorry, quick follow-up. If you could just look back, when you guys were going down the stretch there, you guys are rolling, and then you go and you win 5 against Washington there. It really seemed like the team was coming together at the right time, and you were sort of destined to go far. In your eyes, just you got to watch some of these games now from above. What did you see that maybe went awry in the Islanders series?
To be honest, I can't really pinpoint one thing. The style of game that they play very well, especially defensively. And when we would get down by a goal or two, it's a hard team to climb back from. And going into the third period, after those second periods where you give up a couple goals, it's not easy to find your way back into those games. So I think they just played to their structure very well and got their bounces and worked out there from them. There's obviously some moments where bounces didn't go our way, and that's just hockey. Unfortunately, that happens, but yeah, I think they just got their bounces.
Thanks.
Kevin DuPont.
Brandon, a couple if I could, excuse me. I just want to get your impressions of the hit. In my mind, distinctly different between this hit and the one Wilson gave you, but also maybe that makes no difference. But just first off there.
No, I thought great hit. Had no issues with it whatsoever. He went right through my chest. I can respect that any day of the week. He plays a hard game. I saw him coming down. I'm in that situation probably 10 times a game where with those guys, they put the pucks in those good positions when they dump it. That it's not easy. It's not a fun job as a defenseman to have to go back and continue to get hit like that. But overall, after I thought about it for a little bit, I'm wondering if there's something that I could do. Maybe you look for a reverse hit, just understanding who's coming down on you or whatnot. But at the same time, I was focused on making a play with the puck, and I did that. That's my first job, first and foremost. I can't just let him kind of swoop in and just grab the puck. So I was just trying to do my job, and unfortunately, after he hit me, my head just hit the boards a little bit, and I've honestly felt fine. It was just trying to grab my stick there. It obviously didn't look good from the viewer's standpoint, but yeah, that's just part of the game.
And the second one, at the risk of sounding like your mother here, but you've had at least 3 of these by my count. Ovechkin hit you, you got it then. The second one in a matter of weeks.
Yep.
In terms of just personal health, long-term career, all of that. Does it worry you?
No, not at this point, not at all. I think this year was obviously a struggle through these injuries, and it's no fun, but I'm not going to sit here and get discouraged or think that my career is headed down the wrong path because of a couple concussions. I hope this is my last one in my career, and hopefully I can play for as long as possible. But from how I've recovered from these, I don't feel like there's any issue there.
Okay. Best of luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Joe Haggerty.
Hey, Brando, how's it going?
Good, Joe. How are you?
Good, buddy. To that end, what you were just talking about, just can you sort of paint a picture for us of just how challenging this season was for you? It seemed like when you just started to get some momentum, you were going out with another injury, and how much you looking forward to, getting to this off season, kind of hitting the reset button and starting fresh and clean next year.
Yeah. as I've gone through the injuries, it's been mentally challenging throughout the year. I think just in general, the past 2 years with COVID and all of these certain situations have been difficult. But I'm thankful. And when I sit here and I reflect on the situation, I have so much gratitude to be in the NHL. And through my faith, I've kind of been able to get pushed in the right direction of just appreciating the small things. And, throughout this year, that it's been a lot of lessons, but good lessons to learn. And the great thing that also I've had is just support around me. Obviously Kevin Miller, I'm very close with him. He's had these experiences even more than I have. So, it's good to have those guys to be able to communicate with, talk with, and like I said, lean on my faith and just continue on from there. But I'm so excited for this summer to get going back right away. I don't even want to take a break. I'm very frustrated with how little I was able to play this year. And I think just going forward, I just want to come out next year firing on all cylinders. So I'm ready to get to work.
Dan Roach.
Morning, Brandon.
Hey, Roach.
Hey, just a thought, kind of, you hinted at it earlier. Do you think there's ways that as a player you can maybe the way you go back or the way you move can maybe try to avoid some of these hits like that last hit? You kind of alluded to that. Is it something you can study, look at other players or anything like that to try to learn from that to maybe avoid it in the future?
Yeah, like I said, maybe I initiate body contact while I'm going back on that puck. I got to say they did a hell of a job putting those pucks in the right position. There's times where it goes to the goalie or whatnot, but it just seemed like it was slowing up in that kind of gray area where, you don't want Tukes coming out to play it. And then it's kind of a long way to go back for the defenseman. And you're trying to scan the ice as you're doing it. It's not an easy task, but the only thing that I could say from even watching other playoff games and whatnot is just trying to maybe initiate contact there first. But I'm not going to change the play. I go back and I get hit like that. It just ended up to be an unfortunate hit. But overall, I think I have a job to do with moving the puck, and I'm very comfortable with making a play and taking a hit. I think, and just in that situation, my head just hit the boards and it was unfortunate, but I'm fine with that.
Chris Ryan.
Hey, Brandon, hope all is well with you. Butchie, through the course of the year, talked about the loss of Krug and Chara and how you guys were able to sustain it through the course of the regular season with depth. And the real test was going to come in the postseason. Obviously, your depth was tested a lot with your injury and Kevin's. Just your view of how you guys were able to, sustain those two losses on the back end. And do you feel that, the depth played a role in losing to the Islanders?
I think everybody did their part on the back end and up front as well. Watching those last couple games, it was tough to not be a part of it. Whether it's winning or losing, you just want to be a part of it. And, I'm hopeful that I could have maybe had more influence and just trying to be stepping up in that leadership aspect. I wanted to be on the bench, just encouraging guys. And it's hard when you're away and a little bit disconnected from that. But overall, I think the guys that did step in, they did their part. They did a good job at it. And I'm very proud of everybody on the back end, front end. And I think, our depth was tested, but, there's certain things that happened in that series that I don't know if every game could have gone either which way, just with one little bounce. So it's obviously difficult to not be a part of it in those last couple games, but I'm proud of the guys who were there.
Last one, Tara Sullivan.
Hey, Brandon. You did mention Kevin, and I just wanted to ask you to maybe share some feelings for him to also have not been able to finish out the series and just what that friendship has been like for you.
Kevin and I have gotten so close over the past couple of years. It's crazy. I can definitely say he's one of my best friends from my experience here in the NHL, especially in Boston. And I've learned so much from him off the ice as well. The guy, he's just a stand-up guy, and I feel terrible about how things have gone the past couple of years for him. It hasn't been easy, and like I said, when you're away from the team a little bit, it's kind of a disconnect. But I'm thankful through that experience, we've only grown closer, and that speaks a lot to Kevin and just the way that he communicates and wants to be a leader, especially for, you know, a right-handed shot guy coming in the league behind him. You know, he was never hesitant to share advice with me and help me along the way. So, you know, I feel bad, obviously. You know, that's not the way that you want to see his season end, but I think, you know, with him, we both have the faith aspect that we've leaned on each other for, and he's in a good place with that.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks, guys.